Is self-confidence always good for you? As much as I want to stand and marvel at my own work sometimes, the truth is that subjectivity is not reality and you will always like your own work, really. If that's your life's philosophy and if you're feeling confident all the time. The reason you are the best is because you cannot do better. Or, in other words, if you could have done it better, you would have done it better. Self-reflection, though, is a different way of looking at things. At the present moment, it is difficult to evaluate your actions, but when you put things in a larger time frame, you can see them more clearly. That's why each year around this time we have this collective self-loathing. It is actually a time of self-reflection. While I'm still convinced that I'm really good at photography, I like to take a little moment and put my delusions on the side and review some of my photography that I think it's so great.
There's a rainbow before me, skies above can be stormy. Since that moment of bliss, that thrilling kiss, it's heaven when you find romance.
Photography isn't about making art, it's about finding it. Art is everywhere, obviously, you just have to be on the lookout always. What exactly did I capture this year? I will not show you everything because this video will be extremely long. I will show a couple of select pictures that meant to me the most. I categorized them in 3 different groups. Portraits have the power to capture the essence of a person in a single frame. Whether it's a formal headshot or a candid snapshot, a portrait tells a story and reveals a piece of someone's soul. And that's why I love them. They're simple yet complex. You could take a photo of the same person every day and they will look interesting every time. When you connect with your subject, you're able to create authentic and meaningful images that go beyond just capturing a moment. My portraits, sometimes planned, mostly spontaneous, seem to me like something that I can work on the most. My impression is that my portraits seem to depend on the mood of the environment, merging the subject into it. I'm not sure if that's a bad thing, but I'd like to make my models pop more. As of recently in my professional work, I've started implementing the rule of thirds on the person's eyes. I'm also focusing and learning about retouching and editing. I hope to improve in this area most, but my realization is that I'm not good at all. Next category I'll show you is people in environment, which is basis of my photography, and the reason I fell in love with street photography in particular is that I naturally went on very long walks when I bought my camera. And I tried to make interesting composition out of something that's completely ordinary. I especially like catching people through glass and different weather situations to make my images moody. The way I would like to improve this year is I'd like to be more daring and take more shots that are harder and care less about what people think. Another thing is I'd like to get full understanding of editing my photos. And this year I like to do more work with my flash camera and more work with different focal lengths, as this year was mainly about 50mm. Finally, places. To take images of places is the least daring part of my photography, since they're stationary and I will never say no to a photo. Since I never view it as a challenge, I don't take the time to photograph still life and places. I even often talk about how I'm not a fan of images without any humans and animals in them. I still do them though, sometimes. I refer to it by catching the atmosphere. Sometimes an empty space says a lot, and it's something I like to capture more this year. And my plan to do so is simply to visit more places. I talked about what I want and what I already have, but in all sincerity, whatever happens, happens. Whatever will be, will be. I do not want to put pressure on myself without a clear goal. I'm doing all this because I truly enjoy it, and I think I'm at least a little good at it. As soon as I feel like not doing it, I'll stop and start playing chess or some other thing to occupy my attention. But as long as I am actively creating this stuff, I encourage you to join me if you're in London. Also, if you're not, leave a comment and give me some feedback. It really means a lot to me. Yours truly, Philip.